Really, it was to do with quantifying and getting some depth to our client feedback. We've been using NPS for some time, which is good, but we tended to find that clients and candidates who we'd had successful dealings with, who we'd placed or we'd found candidates for, were giving us a higher score, and maybe candidates who we didn't place were giving us a slightly lower score. So there wasn't too much meaning to that feedback. Recruiter Insider just gives us the tools and the data to find out exactly what we're doing well and areas for improvement that we can focus on. It helps us across the board, really. So it presents the data in a really easy to read format that you can filter by team, by individual, permanent contract, however you want to look at the data. What it then does, it highlights trends on areas for improvement. So if we're not preparing candidates as well as we could be, and there's an opportunity to upskill there, we develop a training plan around it, and we can react to things quite quickly because the data comes back in real time. You can jump on opportunities when they're right in front of you, rather than waiting to the end of quarter to review things and perhaps you've missed an opportunity for a quick win. So definitely the training is probably the biggest aspect of it. In terms of something tangible, I think it's always quite difficult with products like this to look for a real immediate return on investment. But luckily, we've got one great case study to share in terms of something called like a danger score. So we placed a candidate after, in the post feedback surveys, and the candidate wasn't particularly happy with their survey, so they got identified as a flight risk. We were able to do a bit more digging around why that was. So the candidate wasn't forthcoming necessarily over the phone, but in the survey we picked up a couple of things that they were essentially not happy because they wanted a company car and they'd be given a car allowance. So we were enabled us to go back to the client, renegotiate that for them, and they ended up getting a car instead of a car allowance, and that caused the candidate to be much happier in their role, and definitely prevented a fee dropping out. So it's a good return on investment to be able to show something tangible there. Yeah, so the testimonials are flowing in now, really. I think it's the way that the software asks the question, and it's very close to a placement. So we can able to go into clients and ask for good testimonials after we've done a good job for them. And it's very, very simple for them to do. And then we can use them to look for other opportunities within the client business. Can you recommend us to other people in the same business who we think we could do a good job for as well? So yeah, it's made the whole process of collecting testimonials much easier. Yeah, I think a bit of all three. Most importantly, it's improving the quality of what we do. We're a very aspirational business. We want to be high performing in absolutely everything we do. And what this does, it gives us data to back up what we're saying. We talk about being a high performing business, but now we can go and prove it to other clients, and we can also identify opportunities where we can upskill to make sure we're high performing across the board. So I'd say that definitely the best thing is a quality increase, which will obviously lead to an increase in revenue as well. Definitely, it's been brilliant in reviews as well with one-to-ones, because you may have a feel or a bit of an intuition as a manager who can do which things well, but when you sit down with a consultant and you pull the dashboard in front of them, the data doesn't lie. This is what people are saying about you in real time. So, there's plenty of accountability in there and opportunities for upskilling. And most definitely so. It's a key part of what we do now.